Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. So today we're going to talk about power stations, except they're teeny tiny miniature power stations. And I think these are really, really useful. And there are a lot of you for whom this may be all you need, or if you're like me, they are a great addition to your standard power station. And so I really like these, and I think some of you, this is all you'll need, and we'll talk about it and you'll see why. And as the new ones come out, I wanted to bring those to you as well, tell you which ones I like and why, and all the factors for you to make a decision. Will this work for you? And if it will work for you, which one of these would be the best suited for you? When I tell you something's good, I really hope you know that that's true. It's a good product. If I tell you something's bad, well, that just means, in my opinion, it's always just my opinion, it won't work. If it won't work for me, maybe it won't work for you, and I'll tell you why. So there's 2 ways to look at it. Some of them, like these 2 for sure, are a regular power station shrunk. I mean, that's basically this. This is the new Anker 1000 version 2, so it's 1,000 watt hours, and basically it's this shrunk down, and these are each 288 watt hours, so it's just very much smaller. And these, on the other hand, are a power bank. This is just a standard old power bank. It's 26,000 milliamps, and it has 2 USB-Cs, and they're 140 watts. So a lot of us have these. These units are this on steroids. That's basically the way it is. This unit. It's equivalent to about 3 of these, and it has a lot of great features that this doesn't have. Do you want a power bank on steroids? You know, the 800-pound gorilla of power banks. That's basically what these are. And will that work for you? Or will a really teeny tiny little power station work for you? So that's how I like to think about where these fit in our lives. I'm in my Subaru. If you don't know, if you don't follow my channel, I live probably 9 months out of the year in a Subaru Forester. And I have a 2,000 watt hour Bluetti Elite 2000 V2. And it goes on the floorboards of my front seat. And so what I've done is I've run a high power USB-C, and then it goes into this. This is the Anker 300 DC. And so I keep this in the back seat by my bed and where I spend my time, and I run all my USB items off of it. And so for me, this is just a giant battery bank, except it's kept charged 100% of the time because it's plugged into the big Bluetti 2000 up in the front of the Subaru. But now I have easy access on and off of all my USB-C right from my bed in back. And that is why I love this. And it acts as a battery extension, doesn't it? It acts as 288 watt hours. So if my battery up front in the Elite 200 completely dies, well, I still have 288 here in back with me because they're connected together. I run a microwave and a fridge, and therefore I need the bigger power station of a 2,000 watt hour. But if you don't run, probably most of you don't run a microwave, and probably a whole lot of you don't run a fridge. If you're not running big items, then you can get away with just USB. Everything I use is USB except the fridge and the microwave. And so if you can get away with USB, you can save yourself a whole lot of money and expense and size. Look how tiny all of these are. So what separates all of these from just a standard battery bank, is that these will all be charged by solar. So this is a 120 watt folding solar panel. You know, it's pretty small. It comes with a nice cord, and these are a dime a dozen on Amazon for about $100. You could get a 120 watt folding, nice and small like this. It folds in 4 pieces, so it's small. And a lot of them will come with a multiple outlet so that you can plug them into many different devices. I think the XT60 is the main one. Nearly everything uses an XT60. And so you can pick up one of these, and so you have solar all the time on all these devices except one, and I'll explain that when we get it. And of course, it's the Jackery, because the Jackery is the odd man out at all times. So let's just go down the list and talk about each one of them. Now, let's talk about kind of what makes each of them stand out as unique. With the Bluetti, you know, what I love about the Elite is the whole Elite series. This is the 30. Then they have the 1000 and 2000. Is they give you what you want and need and not a single thing more. And they get it all into a tiny, light package. What the EcoFlow has is expandability. That's unique. It's the only expandable one here. It only has 3 USBs, so that's a downer. It does have a light. That's good. 3 AC outs. And then there's this, which has its own unique shape and size. Maybe you look at this and you can think of a spot in your rig and you think that would fit in there perfectly. Well, there you go. This is the one you want for you. The numbers are all good. 288 watt hours. It'll take 100 watts of solar. XT60. It's got 2 AC outlets, 300 watts of AC outlets. Man, it's a cool unit. It's a great little unit. And of course, it comes with this. What's good about the Jackery? Nothing, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. It's small. It's light. So it's got a little smaller battery. Not much. It's 256. It's 30 less. It's only got 3 USBs. That's not enough. Doesn't have any solar input. You got to jury rig away to get solar into this thing. The Anker SOLIX is a very good size. It comes with handles, a handle that goes off here. I didn't want the handle. I didn't put it on. It's good size. It's easy to handle. It's got 3 USB-Cs and 1 A. It takes 100 watts of solar. It takes, you can charge it with AC. It's a great unit. Really, really good unit. And then you got the GOAT, the original, the greatest of all time, the Anker SOLIX. They created this whole tiny little unit. It has 6 USB ports and 4 USB-Cs, and 2 of them are 140s. Oh man, 6 ports. That's why I want these things, and this is the only one that gives me enough. Now then you have the new EcoFlow. They've done a good job. It's a good first effort. It's small, it's light, it's got a good size. However, there's nothing that stands out and makes me want to own or buy, spend my money on this. It only has 4 USBs, and that's just not enough. The only thing that absolutely meets my needs, small, light, has a light, 6 ports, is this baby right here. And so it's been in my rig for a long time. It's going to stay in my rig until something beats it. And I don't see that coming anytime soon. In my opinion, this is a 1000. And this is a pretty common size of 1000. If you're going to buy bigger than these, either go tiny, like one of these, or go 1000. Because the price is nearly identical. This EcoFlow with a 288 watt hour battery is $299. But this is with this Anker SOLIX version 2, C1000 version 2, has a 1000 watt hour battery and it's $429. So it's $129 more than this. Well, would I buy a 288 or would I buy a 1000? Well, I'd buy the 1000. If you pick this up and any one of them, except the Jackery, which isn't going to do it, then you can charge this with this and you have power all the time. And I think that's just a fantastic. Look how light this system is. If you're not a power user, this is all you need. And if you're in a car, Subaru like me, this is fantastic. This is really fantastic. And it's going to be like $300. Your whole solar system for $300. You got to buy a bunch of quality. One of the really important things that most people don't think about is buying really good quality cables. It takes a really good quality cable to be able to pass through the 140 watts of power. Personally, I buy Anker. That's why I love Anker. I buy Anker products. I buy their Anker power banks. I buy their cables. They're great quality. I've never gotten a bad Anker product. Let's talk about the battery size. They're all 288 except the Jackery, which is 256. Now let's talk about the inverter size, if they have an inverter. The Bluetti is 600 and the EcoFlow. These are both 600 watt inverters. These 3 are all 300, and neither of these have an inverter. Now we'll talk about solar input. So the Bluetti here, the Elite 300, is 200 watts of solar. This is 220 watts solar. The Bluetti Handsfree 1 is 200. And this one's only 100, so you can only put 100 in that. Why did I skip over the Jackery? Because like Jackery, they just don't like charging solar in a normal way. This does not have a solar input of any kind. Here, these 1, 2, 3, 4 have an XT60. Real easy, simple. They'll all take an XT60. It couldn't be any simpler to plug them and charge them. This one simply does not have a solar input. However, they will give you a cable that will go from 7909 to USB. So you can charge it by USB if you buy that cable and you buy one of their solar panels, because that's what their solar panels use. It will only accept USB-C and AC. You know, it has a regular old wall AC outlet here. You can plug it into the wall. So again, like Jackery always does, it goes off on its own little world and makes everything a little bit harder. Now let me give you the cost. We're going into the holiday season, and then we're going into Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and then there will be more Prime Days coming up next year. Right now, the Bluetti Elite 300 is a very good price at $200. That's a real good price. And at the same time, the EcoFlow River 3 is $288. So this is $200 and this is basically $300. Right now, this one's $199. And so that's actually quite a good price. That's the same price as the Elite 300. It's a kind of an odd shape, but it's basically exactly the same thing, smaller inverter. Let me tell you why it's so weird. It comes with this backpack. This backpack is part of the deal. You should, when you buy this, get this. That's what the ad says. This is a camera drone backpack. Let me show you what I mean when I say that. Now, how does this fit in? Well, it fits in right here. Literally, it fits in. And so now it's in here, and it has this opening on both sides. And now you can see you have complete access to both sides, and you get some ventilation. And there you go. So now if you're out for a day, you're flying your drones all the time, you're taking lots of photos and videos, this is going to get you through that day. And if you don't want the backpack, this is still a pretty darn handy size and shape just for you to fit into your car somewhere. If your life is in any way better off because I've dumped all this information on you, given you some ideas that you've never had before, then I hope you'll consider liking us on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, I would really, really appreciate it. And again, remember down below, there are affiliate links. If you go to them and buy from them, I'll make a few extra pennies and I will be very grateful. And what will I do with that money? I'll buy more products that I can test and tell you about. That's what I'll do with that money. Thank you so much for watching. And if you got anything out of it, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you on the next video. Be well, my friends.